According to the National Institution of Health, a study was done a while ago. We are in a narcissistic epidemic where narcissism has increased, check this out, again, this is an old report, from 12% in 1963 to 80% in 1992. We're in 2023. What is the number like for narcissistic behavior today? What is the definition of narcissism, you might be wondering? I'm so glad you asked. Let me read to you what the Mayo Clinic said about narcissistic behavior. Narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health condition in which people have an unreasonably high sense of their own importance. They need and seek too much attention and want people to admire them. People with this disorder may lack the ability to understand or care about the feelings of others. But behind this mask of extreme confidence, they are not sure of their self-worth and are easily upset by the slightest criticism. Now, let's look at the definition of purpose. The reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. So for today's Whiteboard Wednesday, as we highlight the word humility, we're going to ask the question, what's the purpose of a selfie? Now I want to make it very clear. I am not here to judge you or anyone else on selfies. As a performance coach, as a parent, I'm always asking either the leaders that I work with or my kids, what is the purpose for their action? What is the purpose for their behavior? So anytime you see, I have to ask, what is the purpose of the? When I talk to high schoolers, when I talk to middle schoolers, I'll ask the question often, what is the purpose of a selfie? Number one answer, I want to remember the moment. Another response that I get when I ask the question, what is the purpose of a selfie? I use it as a way to store my photos. Almost like a catalog, right? Where they're using Instagram to store all their photos. Another response that I get, I want people to see what I'm wearing. And finally, I want to share my experiences. So let's go through these one by one. I want to remember the moment. That's a fair response. Why do you do a selfie? I want to remember the moment. Okay, so if you want to remember the moment, then I have a follow-up question. Why share? If you want to remember a moment, a special moment, and you take the photo, why share? What is the purpose of sharing it? The second, let's address the second one. I use it as a way to store my photos. Again, that sounds pretty cool. Catalog, why not use cloud storage? If you're using it to store your photos, why not and then store it in the cloud? I want people to see what I'm wearing. Now we're getting closer to what I think is truth. In fact, both of these. I want to share my experiences. For example, my wife and my boys are in Europe for 3 weeks, and they're taking photos, and they are sending me photos. And oftentimes, you know, them standing in front of the Eiffel Tower or them standing in front of another monument, it's almost like I'm there. And when you look at social media and you look at the photos that you can post, you're giving your audience, your family members, your loved ones, a little bit of the journey with you. I totally get that. If you come over to my house and I have pictures, I'm going to show you the pictures that are focused on a location or focused on a moment. It's very rare that I'm going to show you a photo, hey, look at how good I look. So when students answer, I want people to see what I'm wearing, we're getting closer to this idea of validation. And that's the reason I bring it up in my high school talks and my middle school talks. Because when you're validated, when your self-worth is validated from someone else, you're going down the road of having extreme mental health challenges. I'm not putting a right and wrong to this. I am saying we need to admit the purpose of what doing a selfie is all about. The report came out about Instagram and how it impacts our young people and hurts their mental health. Do we just stop taking selfies? I'm not going that far. What I will ask for you though is when you think about humility, when you think about being humble, humble people are happier people, period. Because we don't find validation in other people, with other people. Other people don't validate our self-worth. Humble people are happier people. So next time, let's say you put on your outfit and you look good and you're like, I want you to think about what is the purpose of you taking that photo. And then before you share the photo, I want you to ask yourself, what is the purpose of me sharing this photo that will benefit other people? Not that I receive the benefit, that I give the benefit. And that's why I like video, because I'm not going to stand here and look good. I have to actually speak, I have to say something of value to keep you engaged. Think about it. The next time you take the photo of yourself that has nothing to do with anything other than yourself, and think about when you post it. I'm not saying don't post it. Think about it. Have a reason to answer, because that's your purpose. My name is Troy Ritchie, and if you don't know me, you will.